I haven't done an Audacity is way too high video in a while. Hashtag mirrors for men. We need to do one today. We definitely need to do one on today. We're coming out the gate with a message from Eddie. Eddie says, I've heard women say they'll rather be single, but biblically, wouldn't that make y'all a waste of creation? So the only thing that we are here for is just to connect with these people like Eddie. My bad, y'all. I forgot to do my blanket trigger warning. Please put your beverages off to the side. Make sure that you have swallowed all of your snacks before I show you Eddie. Now, this is a picture of Eddie, and this is kind of a typical picture of an older, angry man. I get that. But this is him cleaned up. Let me show you what he looks like before he got cleaned up. Please brace yourself. He put this on his page by himself. No one forced him to do this, but this is what he looks like. This is the reason why he just went bald by himself, because the receding hairline that really, yeah, this jagged, it looks like nose hairs coming out. It looks like he's been hibernating for 17 years. And he came out and he discovered that there's a TV now, that we have computers now. That's what Eddie looks like. That's the reason why he's so angry, because he's missed out on so much life while he was hibernating for 17 years. Now we have a message from Sammy, and he's using his little avatar. He says, ladies, according to a recent study by Morgan Stanley, it's projected that by 2030, approximately 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be childless, single, and bitter. Your thoughts? Now, this did not say that the women will be bitter. Women are childless and going to be single because of these dudes, because of these bitter dudes. And what's funny is so many of these men are making these posts because they are failing and flailing as women are opting out on their own. But let's look at what Sammy looks like, not his little avatar. Here's Sammy. I see a wedding ring. So he got someone to actually marry him, looking like he looks about the face. He definitely needs the mirrors, but these people in their audacity definitely matches their opinions. Definitely. And this is his cleaned up look. This is the cleaned up version of Sammy. So in the Kevin Samuels groups, there are so many men that cannot stand women. They especially can't stand Black women. Now, there's this man in there named Rod. He definitely couldn't stand Black women, consistently trolling and switching names and making all these fake profiles. And all they do is commiserate on their misery and their hatred for women. Well, this man, Rodney, got into an accident, and Ray says of Rodney, if you're having a bad day, just remember you could be 46 years old, no 401k, health insurance, renting an income-based apartment, can't walk without a cane, and forced to use pictures from 26 years ago, catfishing women and driving 300 plus miles with a hard peen for some cat, only to bust in 30 seconds. To the young Black men in the group, if you don't get your act together, you will face the same fate as broke legs, old, broke, and alone. Good morning. And so this is one of the pictures of Rod. This is one of the pictures of Rod right here. He would be in these groups trolling women, right? Life comes at you fast. He made this post. It's a little grammatically off. He says, pray every day. I have to get toes to cut off. Gonna take some time to walk again. He has to get toes cut off is basically what he's saying. Rodney had to get toes cut off. And now he's laid up in the hospital. He posted that profile picture on his own. He made that. The only reason why we know that he is losing toes is because he posted that on his own page. And the wild thing about Rodney, he made a GoFundMe. He made a GoFundMe. And at the time that I had looked at it, it only had $25 on it given to him by a woman. These men spend so much time like coalescing and kikiing about women, and none of his online friends gave him any money, and he's laid up. And this is what's going to happen to many of these really extra bitter and angry men who can't stand us. Life comes at you hard. This is some chuckle-worthy audacity as well. This man right here is a rapper named Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka is a Trump supporter, and he lives in Atlanta. And he made a post saying, Trump for president, let's go. And this content creator on Twitter says, well, isn't this interesting? You're registered, but you have never voted before, including for your precious rotting sweet potato. Get in the booth or shut the F up. So, this man, who is a Trump supporter in Georgia, which is a hotly contested, now purple state that went to, they went blue in the last midterms, and he didn't even vote. And how did she know that he didn't vote? Because she looked it up. You can look up whether or not people voted. You can't see who they voted for, but you can see if they're registered to vote and if they did vote. And she knows his first and last name, his age range, and where he lives. And he is registered to vote, but he has not voted. So this is where she made that that tweet calling him a fraud. And this is honestly one of the reasons why I don't really concern myself with their kind and talking about voting for Trump, because a lot of them are not that politically active. They're just going to be a bunch of talk, 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 yap, yap, yapping. It is pretty interesting, though, to look yourself up and look up your voting record. This is back when I lived in Illinois. I did literally just move to Nevada, and I've definitely voted in Nevada. I came in, got my driver's license, and got registered to vote just as quickly as I could so I could vote in Nevada. So I think this post that this man is commenting on is talking about women loving themselves the way they are. So he says, yes, you're a 10 queen, you're beautiful just as you are movement, and the simps that make it all possible. So they really can't stand women loving the skin that they're in. They need to bring women down three to 7 notches, despite looking like a rodent themselves. That's why we need hashtag mirrors for men, because they need to bring women down whilst looking like this about the face. He does look like he could have washed his face for this trip though. So good job, dude. Now we have Aquaco Jr. with this post. He used this picture, this AI picture. This man, I guess, is proposing, I guess, even though it looks like they're at work. But he says men who kneel down to propose to a woman who is not a virgin are men who have no value, men who are starved for love, men with low self-esteem. What are you kneeling down for? Oh, you are kneeling down for some peaches that have collected more peens than the population of India and China put together. Where is your shame and dignity? Earth is truly hard. They really don't want men to be happy. Men help keep other men single. But let's look at what Aquaco Jr. looks like. Oh, but before we go, keep in mind the pictures that he chose were these white people in AI. And here he is looking like a thumb, a brown thumb, an angry brown thumb. And I don't know where he is, but is looking as dusty as his opinion. And here's Michael, obviously needing to talk about some woman's weight. He says, you could also work out and change your diet. And here's Michael. Michael definitely looks like a vanilla milk dud on top of a body. And looking at his cheeks with absolutely no definition, you know that the rest of his body has absolutely no definition. So he's sitting up here telling women that they could work out when he literally could stand a workout. I'm going to need these people to stop projecting and get into the gym and stop with all of this. They are single and lonely because they are angry, angry little men. Okay, so I know that this is part of a dating profile, but y'all needed to see this. This is Lawrence, who's 52, and he responded to some woman's picture saying, "All about you. You sound selfish and self-centered." He he looked at her bio or whatever, and he messaged her this. And his profile picture looks like someone stole his pudding, and he's mad that someone stole his pudding, and his mama only gave him 50 cents for that pudding, and now someone stole it. He looks angry. He already knew that she was gonna. He sent a pre-rejection message, but he was already mad. He know he gonna be rejected. He been rejected his whole life. Okay, we gonna end it with Lawrence, who's 52. Y'all go ahead and weigh in. Let me know what you think about all of this. We needed to do one of these on today. Which one was your favorite? Don't forget to like, comment, and share.